Danish philosopher Soren Kierkegaard said that life is understood backwards, but we have to live it forwards. Would you agree to that?
Yeah.
It's almost like, if I only knew then what I know now. Life is understood backwards. You know, I think of, I know I had shared with you that experience I had of going away for 30 days of silence. And when I was there, of course I went kicking and screaming. This little old nun was kind of like, you know, you gotta go, you gotta go. And I finally, at the last second, I went. And when I got there, I was like, oh God, 30 days by myself. And of course, when you go into these rooms, you have 2 twin beds. So the big exciting thing was to take the beds, put them together, turn them sideways, make yourself a king-size bed. And but I noticed as time went on, something started to happen. Something started to shift in me. And I started to find this overwhelming sense of inner peace and a joy. No sense of being lonely or alone. I felt totally comfortable. Sense of being known. And it really started to grow, almost to the point where at the end of it, I almost didn't want to leave. Something was happening for me on those 30 days. And I remember leaving, and I went back home, and nobody was home, and it was winter time, so I went to the mall, Herman's World of Sporting Goods. This is like 84, something like that. And all the colors, so blue, so orange, so vibrant. Everything I did, you know, you're driving the car, wow, look at that red light, wow. Pulling money out of my wallet, money. Wow. Everything was heightened. It was almost as if there was a shift in reality. I experienced reality in a totally different way. Now, looking back, now as I look back at that, what I have come to discover was that it wasn't that the divine presence came to me on that desert experience of 30 days of silence. No, what happened was I shifted my consciousness. As I shifted my consciousness, I became aware of that which has always been present. See, right now, the presence of the divine, the presence of the living God, is available to each one of us. It's here right now. You can even get a sense of it as we're here, right? Think of like what brought you here, what drew you here. Looking back, almost unbeknownst to you, you've been led by something. But see, it's our consciousness that we need to raise to be receptive to this presence that's always there. It doesn't have to be developed. It doesn't come to us. It's always there. It's we who have to be open and receptive to that. Now you think of Mary in this gospel passage. Let's think of this woman, this beautiful woman. She's a little nervous, right? She has this experience, some encounter with the divine, and comes to her. And she's nervous, she's a little frightened, she's human. But she's open. She's open and she's able to hear those words. Mary, don't be afraid. The Lord has found favor with you. Can you hear those words to yourself? Don't be afraid. The living God has found favor with you. We're Mary. Mary represents for us ourselves. The has found favor with you. Do you feel that? Do you allow that in the presence of the living God that's chasing after us all the time? It's trying to permeate our being all the time. But we have to be open to it. We have to be receptive, like Mary. And she says, let it be done unto me according to your will. She's open to that. And by her receptivity, by her openness, the birth of the divine comes forward. Now, I don't know about you, but even though I've experienced that desert experience, that heightened awareness, that sense of peace and wholeness, I want to admit to you, I don't know why, but I leave that consciousness. I leave it. And I get pulled into worry, and bother, and how am I going to pay these bills, or this problem that I have. And it pulls me out of understanding I am, you are a spiritual being in the world but not of the world. And to not let the material, physical things of this world get your goat. It's not easy. You have to practice this silence and this receptivity. Mary seemed to not leave that. But I have to admit to you that I do leave that. Like as an example, I'm watching the news and I see this person being pushed onto the metro tracks down in Washington, D.C., and then Rachel calls me and tells me that she's going to go take the metro to the Pentagon Mall. I'm freaking out. I'm saying, don't go anywhere. I'm driving down there. I'll be there in 4 hours. I'll take you there. So what happens to me oftentimes, I don't know if this happens to you, but I start to become a beggar. I start to feel needy, and weak, and empty. And I sit here in life with my golf hat, my hat, and I go to life. Can you spare some change? Do you have a nickel or a quarter or anything? Because I'm needy. Just a quarter. I need something. I keep looking outside myself. I lose that consciousness. Become a beggar. But then, along comes this stranger. Stranger is Jesus. And he walks by and I go, you have a quarter, Jesus? He's like, no. I don't have anything to give you. I don't have anything to give you. But I can point out if I hang out here long enough, so,
I'm sorry. No, you're not.
she was not part of this. So Jesus, I have nothing to give you. But I don't want to give you a couple of bucks. He says, what's that you're sitting on? I don't have anything to give you, but I could maybe point out to you, what is that you're sitting on? Like, I don't know. I mean, this is just, I've been sitting on this my whole life. I've been so busy bagging, I haven't even bothered to look at that. Well, why don't you look inside? What's the point? Why am I going to look inside, Jesus? Just look inside, will you? Oh, okay. So I get up, and I look inside, and to my surprise, I've been sitting on gold. I've been sitting on gold. I didn't even realize it, but I had everything I already needed inside of me. I was so busy begging, so busy losing my consciousness to fear and worry, that I lost the consciousness that I ultimately needed to be able to experience the divine presence that's constantly there, always there. Jesus says, the kingdom of God is within you. It's never out there. Don't be a beggar. You've already got gold. It's always inside of you. And so when I look at Mary, where she's open and she's receptive, and it's very interesting, be still and know that I'm God, ultimately meant letting go. Think of any problem that you have right now. What would it be like if you were to let it go? Just place it on the side. Let it be. Just let it be. And just allow yourself to be aware that you are a pure spiritual being, abundant, whole, eternal. This is what Jesus was revealing. He wasn't giving us anything. He was calling us to a new awareness to experience our lives. And what's amazing is when we can live in that state, the experience of reality changes. There starts to become an intelligence inside of us. Colors and light become vibrant. There becomes an experience of the sacred. It's all around us. It's right here, right in this church. But what's required is a shift in our awareness to be able to recognize that. And when we do recognize that, when we can be receptive like Mary and say yes to life, yes to everything, yes to what God calls us to, when we do that, then we give birth to the divine